Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Good Enough Gaming Podcast.
Oh!
Today's episode is entitled Combat Can Be Good. Just when you thought life couldn't get any more violent and driven in conflict, it conveniently culminates into another action-packed film for the ages that we can actually enjoy. Yes, that is right. It is combat we actually want to be a part of. All the blood, sweat, and fatalities have paid off yet again, and with the second installment of the new Mortal Kombat franchise. Now, while there's no specialty popcorn buckets or cup bought by Darrell, he was very upset about this. There were still many moments for fans to celebrate and be grateful for. We have been uncaged, so cinch up that headband, pull out your finest kunai, input the right codes, blast that iconic song, and get ready for the most iconic fight of your life. Or just listen. Whatever works. Get over here!
Release your inner animality.
Mortal Kombat! So obviously we have a very special guest today. It's our boy Fuzzy.
The fuzz.
The Fuzz.
is here.
The fuzz is here.
We decided to bring him in to talk Mortal Kombat because the basement needed more.
We need more shoulders down here.
Yeah.
I got broad enough ones here for you.
Yeah. Now, we also have to discuss here. Fuzzy does happen to work for some important people in our lives.
It's true.
Who could we ever be talking about? I have no idea.
Kyle, I think we have an announcement.
We
I'm trying
do
to prompt Kyle here. I had a dog name segue.
So Fuzzy's here, but we're also excited to announce that we are giving away 3 sets of tickets, all access pass to GameCon Canada. That's 6 tickets total. You get to bring you and a friend
all weekend
all weekend to GameCon Canada. The giveaway will be announced. What was our announcement date here?
This will be out, and the giveaway will have been out for a day or two.
Yes, we will be announcing the giveaway soon. 2 days ago, announcing the winners.
Time
Yes, sorry.
section.
We've done this before, folks. It's fine.
We don't know what we're doing. It's fine.
It's fine.
We'll be announcing the winners on Sunday.
We only talked about that this morning, but
It's fine.
This is.
But it feels like the future already.
This is why we have teleprompters and Kyle
Something
does not
sparkly
have
ran
one.
past here earlier, and Kyle forgot everything.
Squirrel.
There's a question icon in the distance.
Yeah.
We got distracted.
Let's go look.
So, anyways, check our socials. We're giving that away on Instagram. All the contest rules, guidelines, everything there. GameCon Canada, Mark and Chris, thank you so much for supporting this podcast and allowing us to rent your big Santa boy over here.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, GameCon. Oh man, it's hard. It's it's just a weird feeling for me now because you're right. I am working with them. So it's like bittersweet. I was like, yes, GameCon's coming, but it's like I don't get to go run around and do all the fun stuff.
Yeah, you got to work.
Yeah, that's right. I do. But it's cool. It's nonetheless like it's a neat perspective now from meeting them, being like, I'm gonna be a streamer, or I'm gonna run a tournament for you, and now it's like I'm talking to all the people that I'm helping set up the tournaments and that are gonna be at the show. So it's like I really kind of do get to feel like Santa because I mean, obviously, I'm not Chris and Mark, I'm not the big names, but it's like, oh, you need this for your booth? I got you. You're amazing. Maybe I'm a little amazing. I don't know.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Yeah, just part of the job. But yeah, no, you guys. I was actually listening to your podcast with them. I love Chris and Mark. Those guys are so cool, and you guys too. Obviously,
Wow.
we're all been day one since GameCon.
We're all right.
Yeah.
They're good enough.
Exactly. We're on brand.
Okay, so to bring it back from the Love Fest,
Thanks, Fuzzy.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
we have a very important movie to talk about.
Yes. Yes, we do.
One that Darrell is going to be very deep into.
He's been hydrating all day for this.
Will it be a flawless speech?
Oh.
Pineapple juice. Sorry.
We're talking about Mortal Kombat 2, which came out a few weeks ago. We managed to see it. 3 of us managed to see it day one.
Yes. It was important for me.
In IMAX. That was
Fuck
also-
yeah, we did.
It was important for me. I even got the branded shirt for the movie.
Oh, yeah. Nice. So that is our point of topic today. Obviously, spoilers.
Yeah, 10 of them. Sorry, pal.
It's a Mortal Kombat movie. The story's
It's Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. So, Darrell, Fuzzy.
Yeah, you start.
Okay, so the very first thing I want to get into is when we did the original episode on the first one, I had a massive issue with Arcana being like the way that people got powers, the tattoo, branding, whatever, somehow transfers to another person, birthmark. It's the weirdest goddamn thing on earth.
A new in character that doesn't exist.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, we can get
Cole.
that's gonna come up.
We'll get into Cole, yeah.
But yeah, essentially just the weirdest thing that didn't need to be brought in. Now, is there any mention of it in number 2? No. Does that make number 2 better? Yes.
They retconned that whole thing immediately.
Yeah, right
Like,
away.
oh, you guys hated that? Okay, we won't do it again.
Yeah, sorry.
There definitely had to have been like that boardroom where they're like, "Oh, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be a new way to touch it in. They're gonna love it." And that movie came out, and like, well, we're fucking wrong on that one.
Yeah. We fucked up. We're so sorry.
Oops.
But they have leaned into the things that made the first one so special and so good.
Yeah.
Fighting?
So the fight scenes are still just as amazing as the first one. Like,
Better.
I don't know. It's pretty hard to beat that Sub-Zero Scorpion fight at the end
the
of the
Sub-Zero one,
That
that
is,
was
like,
really good.
pinnacle.
Fair.
That
That's
is-
nostalgia as well too with
True.
that as well. So,
but just that whole fight was so good.
it was good. It was long too. That one.
Yeah, but I agree. Like here's what I really liked, and like if you guys can kind of chime in here, but the source material seemed to be more important in this film, which is for me just chef's kiss. I think there was a couple of times
You were geeking out so hard.
Kyle's just looking over at me to see my reaction during the movie.
Yeah,
as I'm
Kyle
like-
doesn't even give a fuck about the movie. He's just like, what is Darrell doing?
Because there's a couple times I was like, oh.
There were a lot of sounds in the theater that came out of Darrell's mouth at like very weird
I'm
times.
There
sure he was
was.
worrying the people beside me that weren't in our viewing group.
Do they have a blanket on their lap? What is
But
happening over there?
What I thought was the coolest thing was people just disappeared because they were the characters selected.
Yeah.
So like you just got taken to the whatever realm or stage
Arena.
that you know there was fighting, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. You were literally selected
Yeah.
to be the fighter. Amazing. Like that's all you need in a video like or a movie like this.
Well, yeah, and the game attitude, right? Because it's like you watch Mortal Kombat, and I'm sure while we're talking about it, between 1990s when it came out and where we are, that game has changed like 15 times. Like what the story is, how the story works, and for this movie to kind of touch on the modernization of the game, to hit the kind of classic roots, and then have that like nostalgic of like you said. Oh, Johnny Cage sitting at the bar, and all of a sudden, poof, just disappeared. And he's in a fight, and it's like he was just picked.
He was
you know.
picked.
So I thought that was a nice like magic video game touch to it that
Yeah.
made sense.
Also, on that note of like the gamification of the movie, Kyle really liked this one as well. Is like a lot of the fights before they started, they like panned to a horizontal view.
Yes.
As if it was like literally in the game. The fight's about to begin.
And did you catch like the one with like Cole and Shao Kahn?
Yeah.
Where like it pans out to that side screen view, and a couple pipes up above looked like the health bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool.
So good. My favorite is and Fuzzy, you just talked about the new gen of the games.
Yeah.
Several of the fighting scenes follow the trope of Mortal Kombat 11 and the most recent one, number 1, where the film is being filmed in widescreen, and we saw it at the IMAX. So maybe this was like IMAX experience. I don't know, but as soon as the fight begins or they're about to fight, the screen goes all the way and becomes full screen.
The black
And
bars are gone.
It's like Ghost of Yote, where it goes from like cinematic to like full screen. You're like, ooh.
Cool.
And so that literally happened on all of the major fights, and I was like, that is absolutely what happens in Mortal Kombat 1 every single time you're about to start a fight. That happens every time, and I'm like, that's so cool. That's such a good component. I love that. Like, it's so good.
Well, you know what that is an IMAX thing, because I went to the VIP because I like to try not to fall asleep, challenge myself. But no, there was not like I know what you're talking about, where it's like cinematic and then it kind of like does that slow pan out.
Yes.
So like the screen's getting wider and then it's like fights. You know?
Yeah.
So that's cool. No, I might want to see that in IMAX. Just for that little subtle touch.
It was
was
such a cool experience.
So good. When the first time that happened, I was like, oh shit. Like, this is just like the game. This is just like the game.
I have questions.
Yeah.
Go.
As the unknowing person here. So, what is the actual basis of the story for this one?
Same
Like,
basic
I-
Mortal Kombat shit.
But like, is there like the background of like
Save Earth, fight.
Save Earth, like
okay, shut up.
Shao Kahn's coming, like
That's all it is.
I was gonna say you're gonna piss Darrell
I
off.
know.
at
like
some
what is
point.
like the basics of the background of the story to at least prompt these fights, aside from the fact that there's Mortal Kombat and we have to defend Earth.
I think they do a good spot of like how I saw it explained, and it makes sense. Is the first new Mortal Kombat, that's a prequel. It's a prequel to the tournament.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
basically, the
yeah.
first Mortal Kombat is like, hey, you know, Shang Tsung wants to come in, mess everyone up. You know, he wants to kind of eliminate the tournament.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 2 is the tournament.
Yes.
itself.
Oh, okay.
So like, that's the way to look at it. And again, in that aspect, you know, I saw the first Mortal Kombat. I was like, oh, like there's nothing to do about the tournaments, these characters, and that setup is actually really cool.
Yeah, it's
Like,
him. It's him cheating to try and eliminate people prior to the
correct.
tournament,
That's
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then the tournament was like Mortal Kombat 2 it's the tournament. Like
Gotcha.
that's just start to finish, and that was really awesome because there was no build up. There wasn't like it's like you're in it, like we're going. So,
Okay, so you could really just watch it as a direct, like, dude, watch this one, go right into the second one.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's
You
like
could.
you-
Delete one character, just forget that you knew who that
man, forget
was.
about that one. We'll talk about it later. Yeah.
Oh.
Have you not, wait. Have you not had spoilers yet?
No.
Oh, this will be great. Then.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's jump right into that then.
The death of Cole Young.
Yeah.
Amazing.
At you know, Shao Kahn is part of the tournament and he is participating.
Yes.
He gets paired up with Cole
Okay.
in the pit.
In the acid room.
The acid pits. Yeah.
Cole gets splattered.
Yeah.
Nice. Is this like 5 minutes in?
No, probably a third.
Halfway.
I was like,
Maybe
I was
a
like
third,
25, 30 minutes.
something like
I
that.
feel like it'd be a great intro for like the first 10 minutes of the movie. Be like, you guys hated this character.
Yeah.
Boom.
You know, I will say, like, the cool thing is they at least did give the Cole, like the actor of Cole, like he does kind of fuck up Shao Kahn a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, he
Like,
did,
It's a
he
good
holds
fight.
his own. It's a good fight, and then yeah,
Literally
he's-
slits his throat.
Yeah.
But at this point, Shao Kahn has gained the powers of Raiden. They siphoned the powers out of
Ah.
Raiden.
Yeah.
And so he became
Immortal.
Self-heals.
godlike.
Yeah.
So he, didn't really suffer the consequences of that, which should have made him an unviable participant in the tournament. There's all of these.
He always be
components.
cheating. Always be
You know.
cheating.
Yeah.
Shao Kahn always be
Yeah.
cheating.
But as soon as Cole teleports in first, and then you see Shao Kahn, like, oh, Cole's dead.
Yeah,
yeah, you
100%.
know, yeah.
There's no plot armor in there. To kind of build the safety net against Shao Kahn on that one.
We were kind of expecting, I was almost expecting Reptile to show up in that.
I
one.
Reptile's
really-
in the first one.
Yeah, I really wanted him to come back.
That
but-
was good though. But I was disappointed it was so quick, but it was good.
It
'Cause
was good.
If I can segue, we can come back to this topic, but
No.
Kano. Kano is probably my favorite character, and I don't know how, because I thought I was gonna hate him because he was he was
he's
just
so funny.
he was just such a
so
dick
much
in the first
shit.
one, and like the old game and in the series, he was just a bad guy, and then this one, man, every one-liner out of his mouth was genuine.
You look like Voldemort's asshole.
Oh god! Oh, look at this! Look at this fucking eye! How many of these eyes have you made? Can you fix my other ones? Like I'm seeing in fucking HD.
Yeah.
Like his energy was unmatched, and it was unexpected, and like even that modernization again, the old Kano to the new Kano, it's different, but it's a difference that worked. Not like, hey, let's bring in a Cole Young character, and I think they realized how bad it was. Like let's not make up characters. We have a roster of how many
Like,
characters
how many
to work with.
years
So
of lore?
much
Source material.
Yeah,
we
like,
do not need to
fuck.
make someone up to
No.
be in this film.
That was our complaint with the first one. It was
Yes.
like I was
Yeah.
expecting with Mortal Kombat 1 to come out that was a announcement of some new character.
yeah.
And then it was just some nobody that they did nothing with on the video game
Hollywood.
side. And I was like, why are we doing this?
Yeah,
So
there's
I've
no
read
need for
more
it. Yeah.
about this. So
Okay.
Oh, God.
Same.
Push up them glasses.
Daryl's
Yeah.
done Mortal Kombat research.
So I've read more about like what happened. So the studio had put forward a they basically tied the hands of the producer, the director, and
It's like a
and
mandate.
it was like, you have to put this character in. You have to build in a new character. This is what we want. We want it to be the lineage of Scorpion. Like, this
I
is,
hate all of
you
that.
have to, this has to go in there. And they're like,
Why?
okay. But there's 100 characters already in Mortal Kombat to choose
so
from.
many to choose
Why do we
from.
have to do this? Where I look at him, and I forget the actor's name at the moment.
Yeah, I don't.
But
Cole Young.
yeah.
it works.
Uh,
it's fine.
That guy is the perfect casting for Kenshi. He
I
should
thought, right? I agree. So, missed opportunity.
missed
Take
opportunity.
his eyesight.
Lewis Tan.
Lewis Tan, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Lewis Tan, perfect casting for Kenshi. And Mortal Kombat always brings people back, and they come. You know, what I mean, right now you can have whatever iteration.
they
Kuai
retcon.
Liang is Scorpion now instead of Sub-Zero. The world is open.
Yeah,
okay?
they're just gonna retcon whatever they want.
So if they do want to bring him back, because I think he was a great actor for the franchise, it's unfortunate that they put him in that role.
Yeah.
I also think like he would have been a really good Kuai Liang or like
Yeah.
whatever.
When he has good fight experience too,
yes.
like the actor. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But I was like, bring him back. Let him be Kenshi in some sort of weird iteration. Although when they put him into the pit, I was like, oh, he's dead.
He's dead.
he's dead.
He's
dead.
real dead.
So with that, I've done some reading because I like to stay away from reading anything. I don't like going into movies with reviews. I don't want them to be, manipulated to feel or expect a certain thing.
We talked about this recently.
Yes.
Yeah. I hate it. So afterwards, I like reading because it's like, okay, what did this mean? What are they planning? Because it does sound like they're talking about doing a third Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it's already the script's already half done, I think.
Yeah, and it's about my understanding is it's about them going into Outworld to basically bring back the fighters they lost.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've heard that there was potentially decisions to do that and actually bring him back as a canon character. And it's one of my favorites. Apparently there's
Ermac?
rumor he might be Ermac coming back.
I can fuck with that.
I
can fuck with
If
that.
you can make a staple that hard, that wrong in that first movie, and then make a plan for like 5 years, 2 movies later to fucking save yourself, I'll be like, well done. I'm like,
I'm
accept
cool with
Cole
that.
Young.
I'm cool with that if it's the amalgamation of the guy that played King Jared and Cole Young in this, like,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Ermac is a collection of souls,
Yes.
and what happens is
Yeah,
Totally.
Totally. I totally knew that.
I play fighting
Come
games.
on, guys, figure it out. Fuck's
yeah.
sake.
So Ermac is actually like a amalgamation of multiple souls created by sorcery. So he's multiple fighters. That's why he has different abilities across the
different
board.
move
He
sets.
has the
and-
telekinesis. He has energy manipulation. He can do all these things because he's a mix. He's a
Yeah.
mix of things.
Now announcing Darrell's spin-off podcast
Yes.
called Combat Cast, where he just talks about Mortal Kombat lore.
He's the Neapolitan ice cream
So
of
this
Mortal
was just
Kombat.
a stepping stone for Darrell.
Correct,
To
yeah.
launch his solo
Yeah,
career.
just clout.
There
He just
you
wants
go.
the clout.
There you go.
Well, thanks, you guys.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, I can't help it.
Why'd
But
you go full Donald Trump on that?
Joel McHale's in this movie?
yeah,
Yeah.
Who the fuck is he? Sorry, I'm just looking at the cast here. Like, I gotta say, like, for even the last one, the castings for these
pretty
movies
fucking good.
have been
Carl
very
Urban
good. Carl
is-
Urban
Carl
is Johnny
Urban
Cage.
is
Just so
Yeah.
fun.
Perfect. Yeah. Chef's kiss. Absolutely. Like Carl Urban, I love it. Everything he's touched is almost always gold.
Including Doom.
I was going to say he was the reason Doom was okay.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
But him as Johnny Cage being like the washed out kind of Johnny Cage, it was perfect. And I'm going to bring it up. I loved the cameo that Carl Urban has with Ed Boon.
Yes.
Like when he turned around at the bar, I'm like, oh, I know that guy. And
I was like, oh.
yeah. my partner behind me, she's like looking at me. She was like, who is he? I'm like,
That's
I
Ed
can tell
Boon.
you, I can tell you, but you won't even know. Oh, but I'm like, yeah, that's Ed Boon right away.
Ed Boon is Ed Boon. Yeah, but who is he? It's Ed Boon.
It's Ed Boon. That's
Ed Boon.
The creator of Mortal Kombat.
In case you don't know who Ed. Yeah,
It's like putting Stan Lee into the movie.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, see, that was completely lost to me.
I don't know if I would recognize him. If you told me, I'd be like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
but I don't know if I'd be
who
like,
he is.
I
yeah.
know that
What he looks
face
like.
well, so it was.
Yeah.
Daryl has a photo of
poster on
He's got like the Wolverine
just like-
photo.
Yeah.
Daryl's got the Wolverine photo of
Yeah,
Ed
so,
Boon every night.
Well, and I was like, I don't know if he was in there or not, but I hope his son was in the movie somewhere because this was the introduction of Noob Saibot, into this one. So,
Yeah.
which is Tobias Boone backwards, which is the name of his son. That's how you get Noob Saibot.
Yes, I knew that.
That is so awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, I really liked the fight scene with Johnny Cage and Baraka.
Yeah.
That whole thing.
The choreographed like arm waving part where Baraka is like, huh?
What are you doing?
It wasn't even just comical, like when he was running away, like genuinely
Yeah.
just running away, and he's like runs to the tent, and the kids are sitting there, and they like smile at him. I'm like, ugh. Like, and then he's like, shh.
He's like,
and I'm like, oh yeah, the human in this tent. They're not gonna point out the random guy hiding behind the sheet of cloth. Like,
Yeah, so good.
You have a smile only a mother could love.
Yeah. Yeah, and kudos to the movie in the studio. Like I saw a behind the scenes thing of Baraka. Like that whole face thing is practical effects.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
all the teeth and all that shit. That's all prosthetics. Like I very much appreciate when movies don't just immediately go green screen for shit like that. So yeah, he looked phenomenal.
The best is like there's so many iconic moments and fighting moves in this one.
Yeah.
The first one brought that in, and every time that happened, I was like, oh, love it. But like this one, it's just amplified. There's more katanas, like slow down uses her fans to land. I was like, oh fuck, like oh my god, this is the best. Jade's staff like being completely like greened out at the end was like phenomenal. I'm very interested to see the development with her character in the next one because there's definitely gonna be more there.
Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, Johnny Cage's dick punch.
Oh, classic.
Yeah. So funny.
Classic. Even I know that one.
Moments in the whole movie. It's one of the best moments in the whole film. And
The
it's like,
Jean-Claude Van Damme splits.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do have to say though, his intro scene where it's fighting in like his old movie
Yeah.
in the shipping warehouse, and this woman shoots an RPG like downwards at him. But the way they edit and cut the camera is it then goes outside and hits a helicopter.
Just like shitty, corny action movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like peak 90s martial arts.
Yeah.
Just everything about that. I'm like, this is the best. Like they're not taking themselves seriously. They know exactly who the fans are for this movie, and they just leaned into all of that.
You have to.
My
Yeah.
face hurt from smiling. Like that whole
Yeah.
movie. Like it literally was just such a masterpiece of nostalgia.
Well, and that's the thing. Is like they had commented even in the first one with this added character, and that the fans were like, "Why? You have so much content." And it's
Yeah.
the same thing we said with pretty much every video game adaptation ever.
Yeah.
Where it's like, especially if you have the content,
Yeah.
why stray and try and do like your own
Yeah.
wacky, unique thing?
Because Hollywood.
Your Hollywood
Because of
spin
Hollywood.
on it.
Whereas like every time that someone's been like, we're gonna stay true to the source material, we're gonna do this, everyone's like, that was the best fucking
That was
thing
the
ever.
best
thing
Like
ever.
it's like
Yeah.
Fast and Furious. Like I know what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
That's what
Wow.
I'm expecting. I'm not, you know,
Do you anymore?
but like you know that it's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah.
In the sense of
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to go see the Batman Joker and expect a musical. And you're like,
Yeah.
why the fuck are we
It's
doing
like,
this? Or,
why?
like, why did we go this route?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're not going to go watch Mortal Kombat for the cinematography angles and the fucking script. You're
Like
going to go see.
the edgy,
I want to see a
artsy.
fatality, and when I saw Katana's blades take Shao Kahn's head into pieces,
So
I
good.
was happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what I wanted to see. And you know what? If there was nothing else, I'd be happy because that was the
That was well
fatalities-
done. Yeah.
The nostalgia was perfect because like even the fatalities, and
Yep.
I even heard characters that I'm not a big fan of, like Kung Lao, wasn't crazy about him. I got so much more respect though for that character. And then when you watch the behind the scenes, he's like, I looked into all the Mortal Kombat games.
Yeah.
I had some character direction. So I went to back to MK11 and Mortal Kombat 1, and I was like, which kind of special moves does he have that like feel more like respect kind of the character that I'm playing? And I'm like, that little bit of character decision
Yeah.
to not be like, you're doing this. This is your
Yeah.
choreograph.
The attention to
the
detail.
attention to detail, the passion behind the actors playing the characters they were. Like that's where like Darrell like sat there and smiled. Like it was just pure enjoyment. Like you grew up playing Mortal Kombat, you will not be upset going to see Mortal Kombat.
Well, and especially even like the stages themselves, like the fight arenas themselves,
like that
were
is-
like that portal,
Like chef's kiss.
that portal fight. Like,
That's the
Darrell's
greatest.
geeking out beside me as like Liu Kang fights like undead Kung Lao, basically.
Yeah.
With that hat and like
With the half temple in the port, like in the port.
I need to go
universe,
watch
this
this
is,
movie now, yeah.
Reminiscent of Mortal Kombat 2 and trilogy. Like it's literally the stage
Yep.
from those original games.
and that's peak fan service.
Oh,
right?
100%.
Yeah.
Big time.
When
But
they,
it's
when they
so
got there, and I
easy
was like, oh,
to do.
Yeah.
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 the statues, everything. I was
Yeah.
like, the only thing would have made it better is like the floating guards. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If they were there, I would have. I might have shit my pants.
And even like the fatality for that fight.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
The fatality that
was
Liu
so
Kang
good
does
too.
To Kung Lao is. Huh.
Like it was interesting how they set it up. Like it was a bit of cheese.
No, it's perfect.
It broke my heart a little because it's like the brothers don't do it, and he's like holding, they're just laying there, and you're just like, yeah, he's dead, he's sliced in half, his hat's continuously spinning blood up at you, and you're like, I'm in awe and a little like touched at the same time.
I will come save you, brother. Like,
Yeah,
exactly. It's just like it's such a moment, such a power move.
I understand my story. It's not to win the tournament. It's to save you.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like,
I also like that change in the story too. Like that's his.
So I thought this was very reminiscent of Mortal Kombat 1 in the sense that they were making Raiden and Kung Lao in the game sort of like brother-esque rivals in competition because Liu Kang is the god in
one.
Mortal Kombat 1. Whereas like this one, it's just kind of gone back to that, oh, Liu Kang and Kung Lao are brethren. They're fighting to become the chosen one for Earthrealm. It's there, the camaraderie, the friendship, it's all there. It's built in. You get to run with it, and I was like, okay, I'm fine. I'm actually fine. With
I'm in.
this.
Yeah.
I'm fine with this. This is good.
Shaolin monks call back to the game.
Yes,
Right?
yeah.
100%.
Okay. I need a breather between
Yeah,
rounds.
so a
here.
lot of excitement over here. Yeah.
There's
Between
a-
rounds, yeah.
Round 2.
Darrell's down for multiple rounds.
I got 3 rounds in me.
I only need 2.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break, and this week's treasure trove is Jordan.
You are a treasure.
I like to think I am.
The treasure trove.
All right. This week's game is Injustice 2. No, just totally kidding. So I guess this is the first treasure trove this season?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So for anybody that's maybe new to the podcast and hasn't heard this before, so apparently I'm known to play anything and everything. All the things. And so I figured, why not? Let's put it into something digestible. So I try and pick games that maybe don't get the AAA love of other games. Maybe don't have the marketing budget of your Call of Duties and your Forza Horizons. And try and highlight some studios that are still making some kick-ass games. And I figured, because we've had such a Darrell fest this episode, figured I'd do a little collaboration with the man. So
Do you know this?
he does not know this. So I'm gonna set it up for him, and I'll do the info, and then Darrell can talk about the game a little bit. So The game is called Smash It Wild.
Oh yeah.
And that's not just describing Darrell's weekends.
Correct. So this game is
Tell your sex tape.
It was right there. It was right there. So this game is a volleyball roguelike where tactics, yeah, where you play as a team of 3. It's all anamorphic, like just animal characters,
Humanized animals.
Humanized animals. So the studio is it was a joint effort by Goblin Studio and Ernestine Studio, and it was Maple Whispering Limited did the publishing, and Goblin Studio also has their own publishing kind of section. So the game released in April of this year, so it's still quite new. And it's sitting at, as of yesterday, it's sitting at an 83% on Steam.
Okay.
So people seem to really like it, but Darrell, give us a breakdown of what this game is like and how it plays. And
It's so funny. So essentially, it's turn-based volleyball where you're moving onto the tiles, which is very reminiscent of like a Final Fantasy Tactics or Fire Emblem kind of, but a very short, small board, and you're putting your team in positions defensively and offensively to try to knock the other opponent like off of their court, and then also put the ball into a position where you can score in the open court. That's how you get points in the game. Is the ball
So
actually,
weird. It's
but
so
you
funny.
have to essentially wear down the endurance of your opponents, or daze them, or put them like use specials to kind of put them in different positions. It's hilarious. This game is so whimsical.
it's awesome. It's
I have
awesome.
never seen a game like this before.
I watched
I
a bit of
can see.
gameplay of this with
Yeah.
the other week, and it's so it takes a minute to understand what the hell you're doing.
Yes.
Yes,
but it's
it does.
so funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
But once you're in it, it's fine. It's
Yeah,
a very enjoyable like
It
experience.
is the perfect handheld game, and,
Yes.
and that's part of honestly that's part of my trove list is like stuff that's really good to play handheld. Honestly, you're probably only going to play this for maybe an hour or 2 tops at a time, but like it has a full season mode, so
Yeah.
you'll go into
you
a
can
match.
unlock characters.
You can unlock characters.
We
and
love
then,
that.
And then there's like a week schedule before your next match. So it's like, okay, Monday.
I gotta train. Gotta hit the gym.
Yeah, there's a list of 3 or 4 things that you can do. And based on the training
Yeah.
you select, you're gonna unlock like a pair of gloves or like a new pair of
A
shoes.
spike skill or something.
and,
Yeah.
like those are gonna give you buffs that you can equip to a character, and then
And then it's
you go
polar
into
bears
the-
versus penguins volleyball.
Yeah.
all sorts of
It's
different.
so funny.
Yeah, it's I stumbled across this game honestly I think as like a Instagram ad or some shit, and immediately as soon as I saw volleyball, for anybody that doesn't know, Darrell is a volleyball master, some would say.
Thanks.
And so anytime
I'm all right. I'm pretty good.
yeah, so anytime I see a video game that incorporates volleyball, I'm like I have to look at
There's
it.
not a lot of volleyball games.
No.
There's not, no.
No, and so yeah, I think I bought this game for like $12.
Yeah. It was worth it.
and
I
It's
also
worth
bought
it. Yeah. So anyway, Smash It Wild. It's fun as shit. If you like tactics games and you want something that's very goofy and whimsy,
Yeah.
And also more of like an arcade sports game.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. 100%.
Not-
you can
yeah.
jump in, play for 20 minutes, and be done.
and be done.
Like,
It's I'm surprised. Like we hate mobile games, but like I'm kind of surprised it's not a mobile game.
it does kind of lend itself in that realm. It would
Yeah.
function.
It would be the perfect Kyle pooping game.
Yeah.
Like it would work for that. But no, Smash It Wild, it's phenomenal. Give it a shot. If you like, arcade sports games and stuff that's kind of quirky, highly recommend. So
Smash It Wild.
Check it out.
check it out.
Okay, we're back. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Second half of this, Mortal Kombat 3 going forward. Maybe some gripes, things you wish you would have seen in 2. Yeah, and I think speculation on Mortal Kombat 3. I know the script's only partially written right now, but I want to hear what you think as a Mortal Kombat lore master.
Yeah.
And also, I'm assuming, do you guys think this one will be made faster?
I think so. I think the traction's there. And the first film was more of the gauging if there was enough interest to make it happen.
How do we feel
The
about
plan
this?
was always a
Do you
trilogy.
like
Now I
this?
think they're looking at like, because it was really
MCU.
no, it was really successful.
MKU.
Yeah.
On opening weekend, Mortal Kombat 2 was extremely successful. It was the highest grossing film of the franchise.
When I think the first game the first movie, didn't it come out right at the pandemic too?
yes,
Like I watched it on HBO. Like that's where,
Yes.
because like I
Yeah.
don't think it was in theaters, or if it was very
it
limited.
was limited. I went to the theater
because of the pandemic.
yeah.
So
but like
Yeah.
it is one of those things where because the first one had traction, it had success, it was received well enough on the components that they could keep. They can keep going with it. 2 has exemplified and ran with what went well, and I think is only going to give them more traction to basically go forward, not only with a third, but potentially with a fourth. And we'll kind of see what happens. The second one has brought in Shinnok's amulet, which is very prototypical of the games as well, moving forward from Shang Tsung to Shao Kahn to then Shinnok.
Shaka Khan.
yeah.
But so they steal the amulet, they use it to siphon the powers out of Raiden, and then they infuse it into Shao Kahn to become an immortal. Now, what they don't understand is using that amulet and freeing up the power for it essentially would allow Shinnok to escape as well, which wasn't really noted in this. But if Quan Chi is still alive, Shinnok is going to be released completely in the next film, because they're going to be talking basically about how it's his prison, but it's also his source of power. So the third one will undoubtedly have Shinnok in it, and they can kind of use whoever they want to become the hero of the film. This one I thought was interesting that they went with Katana. Not mad about it. I'm totally fine with it. In terms of the story arc that was sort of built in for this, and which again follows a lot of source material, is Katana. The Edenian people are taken over by Shao Kahn. Her mother is taken as a bride by Shao Kahn after they kill the king, and so she becomes the adopted daughter and becomes sort of the royal family of Outworld. So all of that is still there. It's still happening, where it's like she's the rebellious child because she understands and remembers the death of her family and her father. So she wants to exact revenge when the time is right.
Yeah. She wasn't a big fan of that.
See, all this I'm very familiar with from the original Mortal Kombat. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, so like that stuff is all still there. It's awesome. You don't have to change it up, but giving her the final kill, on Shao Kahn, I was, I was totally fine with it in that regard. And I think, okay, great. Liu Kang is now on this, like, I have to go save Kung Lao. He was killed in one of the fights and then brought back as a revenant by Quan Chi, and so then he was used as one of the fighters.
Liu Kang has to go find his animality to save his brother. We've been here before.
Obviously.
Been here before.
So in the third one, it'll be they're going to go to Outworld, I think for sure, but they're also going to have to go to NetherRealm. And kind of explore those two realms.
That's what I was going to say, directly to the studio.
So there's fuckers. I think the next wave of characters has a lot of opportunity to be more Outworld and NetherRealm based. We're not going to see Havoc yet. That's Chaos Realm. It hasn't even been touched on.
No, we haven't heard anything about.
So I don't even think that if they do a fourth one, I feel that's where they're going to go. But the next one's going to be characters that are more based. So I think Mataro might show up because we had Goro or like one of the Shogun warriors in that one. Maybe Goro's in it. Maybe Kentaro's in it.
Yeah.
It's the chick one with the Borat suit.
Shiva.
The
The banana hammock. But like those are what I could kind of see happening more in the next film, as well as like more Tarkatans, and like so the return of Baraka,
Yeah,
and
Baraka
stuff
will
like that.
play a big
Melina.
part.
Did they touch?
Melina-
Oh,
Yeah,
Did they
she-
touch more on the
Melina was in the first one.
Sub-Zero Scorpion
so that
thing?
hasn't. So Scorpion had returned because they found out that Bihan, who was like is Noob Saibot, was brought back, and so that brought him into the fold. He was like, like it's my life's work to kill that man, so I have to be part of this fight. But no Kuai Liang stuff yet, so I feel like the next wave is going to have characters like Rain and
Yeah.
Kuai Liang, Sub-Zero, the return of Sub-Zero, like could be happening, which I hope happens as such an iconic
Yeah.
character.
You have to have
Ermac
Sub-Zero
could
in there.
definitely be happening,
Yeah.
which would make sense. Just characters like that where I'm like, okay, this is Raiko.
It's the next wave of moving
Ashara,
past the original
like
characters.
all of these characters could come in.
so Darrell left you a lot of room for speculation.
Honestly, I think you're not wrong. Like, I think it's going to go to the Nether Realm. It's going to go to Outworld. It's going to be about them bringing back characters. And that being said, while you're on all those characters, personal favorite, I hope they bring Cabal back, because Cabal's technically almost already dead.
Yeah.
And he's just one of my favorite heroes, which if they bring him back, they can totally go into the spin-off and bring Stryker from
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
Stryker.
right?
that's
So,
true.
I know in Strikers, everyone's like, "What? Who?" And I'm like, "He's a police officer. That's it. That's all he is. He's just a police officer." And then it ties in with Kano and then the Black Dragon, right? Black Dragon clan.
Yep.
But then, am I missing? Is there other characters from the Black Dragon though that we could be seeing? Because
Yeah, Mavado
Yeah.
and
I might as well not be here right now. I could have just given. I could have just given
Malbec.
Fuzzy my seat. Yeah.
but I don't know. I think that's what the story's going to be, is about bringing the characters back, and then I just do hope that we see some more of like the Ninja Warriors, because we didn't.
Yes.
Because I wasn't upset with the retake of Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Kind of works. Scorpion's in the Nether Realm right now. I'm waiting to see his head come off and just the skeleton be
Yes.
there. I'm waiting for it to
Yes.
happen.
Yeah.
But then Reptile's gone, so I don't see Reptile coming back because he was.
well, no, because like Sizoth could come back because there's multiple of that race.
So do you think they're gonna go with like? Do you think they're gonna go with the multiverse, because Mortal Kombat has now kind of done that?
That is another thing that I've
Well, that's
read.
Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah, I've read that's a possibility. Is like this is just a multiverse.
You think that's what they're gonna go with?
Component?
Okay.
Everyone
Okay.
just cheating with the
Well,
multiverse
it's the best
tactic.
way to just like, oh, people didn't like that. All right, multiverse.
But I
Re-roll it.
I hope they don't.
I agree.
Reptile, in some of the iterations, he's not the only one left of his race. So there is a chance that like he could return and
Okay.
be more the humanist, like the humanoid version that can morph between the two. That's what Sizoth in his clan. That's like one of his things, is like he can look like a human but also be the reptile. That's like one of his special.
yeah, everybody else looks like a reptile, but
He's
he
an
can-
anamorph.
He can,
Yeah, so
he
he
can
can
morph.
kind of do one of the.
swap, yeah.
So he's revered in his clan, or whatever you want to call it, in that race of fighters, because he can do that. Where like they're all sort of channeling that power from the original, which was Chameleon,
Yeah.
who can become like and look like anything you want.
I would just like to take a moment to pause and just realize that this is probably the most factual episode of Good Enough Gaming ever.
Yeah. Our Mortal Kombat lore keepers.
Yeah, fuck. He's the
I-
keeper of the book.
I agree with you, though. I would much rather see them lean more into MK11 with like the timekeeper stuff, rather than Mortal Kombat 1, where it was like, let's just retcon everything and like multiverse restart.
Yeah,
Like-
I just whatever they're running with, I want them to keep going. I don't want Chronica in the movies. Like they need to stay away from that. There's so many other good major villains. You have Onaga. You have like you could do the Armageddon at the top.
I was gonna say, I would, if they ever decide to do an Armageddon movie, that would be like that's like my Marvel Doomsday or like Infinity War. Like, give me every Mortal Kombat character in a post-apocalyptic.
That would be
world.
really
like,
cool,
That would
yeah.
be
Cage
If I'm
match.
fighting, if the end game is to go to the top of the pyramid and fight Blaze, like I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Like that is
Just the most epic shit.
Yes. Like,
Well, and there's so many realms to pull from. Like Darrell said, we haven't even talked about the Chaos realm in the movies.
Yeah.
Like,
So you
so
have
before
had a
you
few-
get into the multiversal shit, there's so many realms down here in the lore that they can pull from and introduce new characters, introduce new villains. So I agree with you. I would much rather have like 6 Mortal Kombat movies that are all realm based than
Yeah, before you start
know,
getting into restarts and
yeah, we don't
I'd rather have the Shujinko like
Pachinko?
story like
Yeah.
stuff come in.
Ah, yes, the Plinko story.
yes.
When I know a lot of people are even asking for the Shaolin monks, like
Yes.
Yeah,
like give us a
But I-
spin-off movie too.
You mentioned it, and I think that's a very likely scenario. Them sort of battling their way out of Netherrealm
Yeah.
Yeah.
is a completely likely scenario for way this is going.
And I like how they did that peak of Netherrealm too. Like you go see Scorpion, he's sitting there in the garden, he's planting flowers, he's digging with his kunai. I'm like, I watched the right Mortal Kombat, right? Like, did I miss something? And then all of a sudden, he's like, oh, Bihon's back. And also he's just like, fire and hell just comes up behind him. You're like, oh, okay, just checking. Thought I
That
missed
Zen
something.
Garden was just in his head.
Yeah. And I think that's cool because that's kind of showing you the power of the Nether Realm is like
Yeah.
it is that well manipulated. Like, one of the most fierce warriors of the race clan, he's sitting there in the garden, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, he is in hell. He's gonna fuck shit up. And it's like, cool. So like what's it gonna be like with them traveling to the Nether Realm? Like, is it gonna be situated based on who they run into, or is it going to be just like brimstone and fire? Like there's a lot of potential they could do with it. And like you said, like I don't want them to really I want them to keep the source that they're going with, and I
Mhm.
don't want them to try and now be like, oh well, we did good giving people what they wanted, so let's give everyone what they want and deviate too far from what they're building.
We haven't even they haven't done anything noted with the actual Lin Kuei either. Like there's no story for Sector or Cyrax or Smoke or any of that stuff. Like although I did hear that one of the things that they're looking at like in the leak for the third is that Smoke is going to be an Earth realm
I
Sweet
would
character.
love to be
character.
introduced.
So
Yeah.
You could just stick
Played
to
by
like
Snoop
some
Dogg.
of the original
Yeah.
games. Like you don't like there are obviously the added characters, but there's so many. It's like if you just stick with the right timelines, it's like you don't need to start stretching into these like
no.
No, there's no need
You know,
for it.
And if you like,
No.
because the Mortal Kombat is linked to fatalities and death of characters, which like has happened in every film so far, it's awesome to bring in more. Like
Yeah.
you're allowed to replace them because there's so many good characters to
Yeah.
put in.
You're right, because I think that's because it's hard, because it's like, oh, Mortal Kombat fatalities, like that means they're dead, and like that's okay. It's actually I'm okay. They
that
kill them
progresses the story.
Yeah, you're not really hurting the roster because you've got so many people that you can replace. It's like, oh, Colion died. Oh no.
It's just sort of like an ever turning circle where it's like, well, this character made it to the next movie and they met this new person, but then that original character is now dead, right? Like you just need someone to kind of keep it going, but you
Carry
don't
the
need to
torch.
keep Johnny Cage alive for 12 movies,
Nope.
right? Like you don't need him to be your Captain America.
Nope.
This
You can-
ain't Stranger Things.
No.
Like we're not afraid to kill some
Yeah.
fucking people.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
that's part of it. You just need that one or two people enough to start the next movie, but that doesn't mean they're going to make it to the end, right? And you can just keep that cycle.
Right.
So speaking of making it to the end,
All right.
Daryl's got 8 more hours of content.
done yet.
We have so much to talk about.
More-
Daryl's writing a
more-
Mortal Kombat textbook.
more dumps from Darrell.
I do have a question for Fuzzy.
Yeah.
All right. It's kind of a series of questions.
Oh, hit me.
So you can rapid fire in any order you want. Favorite Mortal Kombat character in game. Favorite Mortal Kombat character from the 2 movies. And I think you already touched on that one a little bit, but we'll get it again. And then favorite Mortal Kombat game
Okay.
from the franchise.
Okay, so overall playing favorite character, I'd probably have to give it to Cabal.
Okay.
He's got gap closing. I love
Super
being
speed.
a dick and just running across the screen.
Yes.
You catch him with that. You get a 3-hit combo, land the hooks. You've done like a 12 hit, like 400 point damage hit. Like he's dirty, he's cheap, he's easy to fun, and he shoots fucking laser beams out of his fucking eyes. You know?
Yeah.
So he's kind of cool. So I'm gonna say plain.
Mortal Kombat 11. I ripped.
I
with
hate
Kabal.
I hate Cabal so much playing against him.
Oh, then you show the little
Infuriating.
shurikens under the ground.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's
You can do it all.
nasty. Favorite in the movies? I'm gonna go with Kano, honestly.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to like him, but maybe it's because Cole Young in the first one, I just had no respect or like for him.
Right.
Not to the actor,
No,
just the
the
character.
character's
Just
great.
yeah,
Character's not-
Yeah, it's just the
exactly.
character. Yeah.
But yeah, Kano is just gold. Like just
He was hilarious in the first one. He's so funny in this.
So
even
funny.
better. Pure comic relief, and it's not just like bad. Like it's not like awkward. Like it's so well timed. Like,
Every time he gets a line, it's like an absolute banger.
Steals every scene that he's in.
100%. So I'm gonna say Kano in the movie, and then personally, it's gonna be all just because of experience. I'm actually gonna go with Mortal Kombat 9,
Okay.
Whoa.
and it's gonna be
okay.
purely just because
the
it's my
first reset.
Yeah.
and it was because I did a tournament for it, and
Oh,
it was the
sick.
coolest, like one of my cool gaming like highlights too. Cross Iron Mills, the theater out there, they did a tournament, and it was like $10. You can go in, you play on the theater. It was just everyone doing a tournament for Mortal Kombat 9. So it came out on PlayStation. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll play the demo. I'll get some practice. It was Melina or Scorpion or maybe one other character you could play. Go to the theater, Xbox only. Oh, shit. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, well, the buttons are all the same. It's the same layout. Like, square, triangle, O, X, so I'll just replace. It's the same thing. I'm like, I know all these combos. I've been practicing. But it's Xbox. No one here's been playing. So I might get my first match. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go Scorpion. I played him the most. He's with the character. Get over here. Like, fun. And then I just remember, like, that first game, I flawless. I came out on the stage. It was like, man couldn't touch me, couldn't block a move. Like, I would destroyed him. And someone, when it got to the end, stood up and was like, fatality him, like in the theater. And I was like,
yes.
and I was like, I actually know the fatality because it was because it was a demo.
Yeah.
I pulled off that fatality, and the 100 people in that theater behind me stood up and roared, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. So like 9 is going to be my favorite just because it was a good remake, it was a good restart, and it's somehow when you get that many games, you think you would start losing the touch of Mortal Kombat.
No.
And they've still gotten better. So
They have.
9 was that good first pivotal turning point, I'd say, that would like change from the modernization to what the nostalgia was, but we went back to the basics. We weren't doing
The
Armageddon.
story mode of 9 was amazing.
It was just such a perfect reset for the games, and that obviously just fatality and someone on a movie theater screen.
Yeah, that's
Cyber
incredible.
Sub-Zero was so cool.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
Darrell's got so many memories.
But yeah, like Mortal
Berries.
Kombat 11 was like pinnacle. Like
Yeah.
that game is
Mortal Kombat
so
11 is
good.
a masterpiece of a game.
Yeah,
like
like-
it is a masterpiece.
One of the best fighting games that I've ever played.
I know they kind of
By
dropped
far.
on one a little. People didn't find one as good, and I'm hoping they bring
enjoy
it back.
it.
I
yeah,
really liked
But-
Invasions
just not to
mode.
the same
Yeah,
level.
but
I
Invasions mode
really
was great.
like the Invasions mode
Yeah.
in Mortal Kombat 1. Some of the story stuff is like a little iffy. And like some of the other components, like the cameos, I didn't like as much as other
Yeah.
things and whatever. But
Mhm.
anyways, we're talking about the movie.
Yeah. Go back to it.
Sorry, I got distracted.
So there's a couple other things that I want to touch on in this one, and that is so the music in this one and the hype lead up into most of the scenes was phenomenal. The stage setting was so good. The fight scenes were phenomenal. The lineup that they had, the matchups that they created were like just flawless, for no pun intended. But this is what needs to be used as the staple and the standard for anyone else that's coming into a fighting franchise movie like Want. If they're going to retry to do Dead or Alive, if they're going to do Soul Calibur, if they're going to do
We'll see what
happens with Street Fighter.
Street Fighter's gonna be a dumpster
like
fire. but I'm gonna be there day one.
Street
I'm
Fighter
gonna
does
watch
look
it.
like
They're
it
gonna
has
get
some
your money.
promise.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it does look very campy, but it looks like they've lent into all of those things by doing the moves and using the CGI to like reenact some of the actual fighting components that are in the game. Liu Kang's stuff in this movie was so fucking good. Shooting the dragon, like the fire out of his hands. Conjuring dragons. Just everything he did was fucking phenomenal. And just all of that stuff needs to be kept in these games. And the costume design and all of it.
I think just what I appreciate the most about the Mortal Kombat 2 movie, like, and to kind of touch on Street Fighter again, the casting in Mortal Kombat 2, top to bottom, I think was very, very good. And there wasn't any character or any actor that looked out of place.
No.
And like that's my issue with Street Fighter is some of the casting decisions. I'm like, oof. Like I'll wait and see, but like man, oh man, that's not selling me on it. But like everybody from Mortal Kombat looks the part, plays the part. It just feels the way it should. I didn't write down Shao Kahn's actor's name, unfortunately.
Oh,
but
that
like,
guy's incredible.
Oh,
he is what you would expect.
yeah, there's from Shao Kahn.
that. Yeah, and like the fact that they didn't dub over his voice.
No,
and
they-
try to
Martin
use
Martin
somebody-
Ford.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Martin
and
Ford.
he's a beast.
Yeah, he's
Monster
huge,
of a man. Yeah. And like they let him play that role start to finish. They didn't look at him and go, we need his stature,
Yeah.
but we need somebody else's voice. And like they just put on the helmet, man. This is you. Like you do everything you need to do. And I think he fucking nailed it.
too.
To put on that, the even more respectable part for Martin Ford is the entire time he had that helmet on and was acting, he also had the prosthetic latex face mask. So
Yep.
like,
Crazy.
you don't see it till the end though, and that's crazy. Like that almost broke my heart because like he looked like a badass, like part almost to Carton Baraka.
Yep.
He almost looked part of it, but like you see it for a matter of 30 seconds at the end of the film, and then when you go behind the scenes, he's like, the entire film I wore that. It's like, wow, that's dedication because no one saw it other than like your little neckline essentially. But oh yeah, like
But it's part of the experience.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
it made it nostalgic for the promise of like you weren't being let down.
Yeah, the attention to detail, right?
Yeah.
You got to respect it.
So if we had to give the movie a rating,
A Raiden?
yeah, give the movie a rating, please. We'll start with Jordan, then we'll get
Yes.
to.
That was a
Go
good
get
one.
something.
I like that one. That was a good one. For me, it's probably like an 8.5 out of 10. The first one was like a 7. Great fight scenes in the first one, but story and everything else was just lacking and not great. The story in this is a means to an end. The story in the second one is just to get you to the fights and the fight choreography. Like Darrell said, the costumes, the special effects for the moves and the fatalities, all of that is a chef's kiss. Like if I could pick and choose certain parts, all of that's a 10 out of 10. Because it's giving the video game fans exactly what they want. The story is just, yeah.
It's a Mortal Kombat.
It's there.
It's the skeleton
exactly
of like what it is.
It's to get you through to the end of the movie. But like you guys touched on, there's such a deep lore to this universe. Use it, lean into it.
If you have questions, feel free to message
Yeah,
me.
fuck.
Darrell will talk your ears off. But like don't cheap the fans by thinking that the rest of the world can't put puzzle pieces together.
Just because there's some people punching each other. Yeah.
Yeah, dig into the lore, and what that's going to do is for fans that are new to this franchise, it's going to encourage them to go back to the games and be like, oh, well, I saw that in the movie. I didn't quite understand why this person hates this person or this clan hates this clan. I should go check out Mortal Kombat 9 and see why they are, why that's there. And so I'd love to see that in 3 is like, just fucking really dive deep into that lore and just give us a really rich story.
I almost these are the types of films that I wish had the director's cut that like had more of the
I see what you're saying.
more of the like story-based components and scenes implemented, and we got this ready for the theater. The audience scored higher when we just focused on action.
Yeah, right.
But like for those of you that want to geek out super hard, here's the rest of it.
Yeah. Here's all the cuts.
Here's the talking scenes and the lore dumps. Yeah.
The 4-hour Justice League cut.
No, I would love that.
Yeah,
but I know that that's not for
Mortal
everyone, and
Kombat,
I know that that's not going to sell in the theater.
Yeah.
But I would love that.
I'd watch it. I'd watch it. I loved the 4-hour Justice League cut.
Yeah, I did too.
Like that was a great movie. It's long as fuck, but it's great. But anyway, 8.5.
7.5, 8 for me. It was fun, but I don't care about Mortal Kombat the same way Darrell does. Yeah. So
that's fair.
You like the action?
Yeah, the fight scenes were great. It was
Yeah.
awesome, and I think more fun of it was like seeing Darrell react.
Yeah,
to it too.
that's true.
He's your child. You're taking to
Exactly.
There you go.
This was made for you.
Yeah, sometimes it feels that way.
Yeah. Hey, Darrell.
I'm a 9 only because they fixed all the shit that I hated in the first one.
Yep.
So Arcana is basically just retcon. It's done. They're not even talking about it at all. And Cole Young has been murdered. The character is gone. Like again, it was just an unnecessary.
Swept off the stage.
Yeah, literally just like brushed into the acid pit, and I was like, oh my god,
What a way to go.
yeah. But that's to me that's what I didn't like about the first one. They fixed it. They got rid of it. All of the other components for this one, how they chose like fighting and like how the matchups were made and all this shit and kind of how that all planned out and I loved it. I thought this was way better and a much better showing overall of like what this should have been in the first place and what they should be going forward with for the third and hopefully more.
I almost have like 2 separate ratings for it because like on a film, I think you guys hit it all spot on. But I wouldn't say this is a film. This is a movie, right? You're not going in for some of those film aspects.
Yeah.
That's true.
But there's also the category of video game movies, and we all know that video game movies absolutely.
Oh man, they're bad.
Below.
They are not good.
So if we're going to use 2 different scales, and I want to say video game movie, this is like a 10 on a video game movie.
Yeah,
Like
you're
there's
not wrong.
many
Fan
video game
service.
exactly adaptations that are that good, but overall, I'm with you in the movie aspect of like it's probably an 8. You know, like there could have been some parts of it that better, little tighter scripting, little maybe better choices on certain aspects, but overall, like I was not disappointed. I enjoyed everything that I saw about it. I didn't feel any need to nitpick anything of this film, and I'm looking already forward to the next setup for it. So yeah, I think it's a solid watch, even if you're not a Mortal Kombat fan. And then if you are a Mortal Kombat fan, like I reach out to these guys. I want to know why you're upset. Because, like, how could you be upset after?
How anyone could be mad about that. Afterwards.
It's the perfect popcorn flick.
100%.
Like
you want an action movie.
It's not going to change my life. I'm not going to think about it a year from now. But if I see it, if I see it on streaming or something, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to watch that.
And if you think this is bad, just go watch like Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Go watch Double Dragon.
Oh, fuck you.
Go watch the first
Fuck
Mario
you.
movie.
Yeah.
I
The
like
original. Yeah.
Yeah, not the.
But yeah, because we just remembering components of the theater. So one of my favorite things is that like I'll remember going to this with you guys like for the longest time. But when Brayden did the lightning charge and he ran out and the theater went silent and I just went and Jordan was dying.
Oh my god!
Because it was like perfect timing.
Yeah.
But also, we were immediately speculating at the end, and that's sort of my favorite part of going to these movies. My buddy Ryan, that I go see like all of the superhero like MCU stuff with. Immediately when the film is done, we start speculating for the future, and that was like my favorite thing at the end here. And I remember I was like, okay, Shao Kahn's dead. Quan Chi has been taken prisoner, but Shang Tsung is still out there.
Yeah.
So like, I immediately my brain went, oh, we're gonna have Deadly Alliance next.
Oh shit! Didn't even
call.
think about that.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Good
okay, cool. Like, and that's
Yeah.
how they're gonna bring Shinnok back is through the Deadly Alliance, which is Shang Tsung and Quan Chi cooperating.
Yeah.
As two, like,
Team up.
usually two competing sorcerers that are now like banding it together for the the death of Earthrealm.
Yeah.
But speaking of deadly alliances, just to remind people, we're giving away 3 sets of tickets to GameCon. That's right. We have a deadly alliance with GameCon to give away tickets for GameCon.
Fight to
June
the death.
19th,
Signed in blood.
21st in Edmonton. Edmonton Expo Center. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited.
See us there. See Fuzzy there.
Yes.
there.
If you're in a tournament, he'll set you up.
Booth 248.
Is that what we are?
Sure.
I don't know. We're right by the door.
Sure.
Can't miss us.
You literally
We're
can't
both
miss
there.
us. Once again, we'll announce contest winners on Sunday. Check Instagram for all the details that way. It'll likely be up by the time this episode's out. So, and by likely, I mean it will be.
Extra
Fucking hope
points
so.
if you comment your favorite Mortal Kombat fighter.
Yeah, we'll throw that in. Yeah.
Perfect. Great. I think that was good enough.
Good enough.
Yeah, good enough.
It was quite all right. No, I'm just
Get out.
Get out of here. Good enough.
Thanks, gentlemen. I appreciate being back on here with y'all.
Thanks for coming back, Fuzzy.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Yes. And that with a Hadouken.
It's good. You know what? Better than good. Good enough.
Good enough.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at GEG Podcast. Check out our website, goodenoughgaming.com, and write us an email about anything from our episodes or something you would like us to discuss in the future. You can also now join us on Discord on the Good Enough Gaming Discord server. We really appreciate you listening and hope you continue to join us on this epic adventure of discussing all things gaming and nerdy. Please subscribe to the Good Enough Gaming podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or wherever else you listen to your podcasts, and rate us 5 stars so we can find more good enoughers in the process. Just remember, we might not be great, but we are good enough.